Hello people, welcome to the channel CrustG-G, where today we're going to be adding more to the TV and movie Mass Multiverse web. This is the series where I connect different TV shows, movies, podcasts, anime, etc. to the same universe slash multiverse through crossovers, cameos, and shared fictional brands, and more. Today we're heading up in this direction. I believe it's this one. Nope, that's not the right one. I think it's actually... in here. To District 9. Right there. Delete this. I guess I missed something, or it wasn't on the Tommy Westfall wiki yet when I was first around this area. District 9 connects to Chappie, if that's how you pronounce that, from 2015. The fictional Tetraval company from District 9 later appears in this movie. Turn that down. 2015. And then Chappie connects to one other thing, that being Elysium, if that's how you pronounce that, from 2013. Robots more prominently known from Chappie were first seen in Elysium, here. The reason I wrote it that way is because it said that robots from Chappie were seen in Elysium, but clearly it'd have to be the other way around since this came out first. Moving on, you saw what this one said. House of Mouse. Going over to the House of Mouse here. Because for some reason I didn't add on the movies slash specials from the House of Mouse. Mickey's Magical Christmas, Snowed In at the House of Mouse. (2001). And then one more, Mickey's House of Villains, which is a sequel slash... They're both sequels slash spin-offs movies. (2002). moving on here. Off of Goof Troop, we're going to be connecting... Oh, Goof Troop. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Because Max, Goofy's son, who first appears, I think first appears, but prominently appears in Goof Troop, also appears in Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. What? Did I mess that up over there too? Oh, that's 1999. Didn't realize that was an older movie. Gonna need that. But also before moving on, where was I? Oh. Wait, where's House of Mouse? Up here? Okay, no, I did put apostrophes and not quotations. Oh, where am I? There I am. And then this movie specifically had a sequel, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, in 2004. Okay. Right down here. Off of Big Hero 6. I finally caved and am deciding to add Wreck-It Ralph. I love this movie. In Big Hero 6, footage of the fictional hero's duty from Wreck-It Ralph appears. Also, some action figures from that game. And I know the sequel kind of blows a hole in the theory that it connects in the same world, and it's more of an it might be more of an Easter egg, because they are shown in the Oh My Disney section during Ralph Breaks the Internet. But there is a theory posed by Seamus Gorman that, well, not a theory, but more of a workaround, I guess. The movies made by Disney in that world are kind of historical adaptations of what things that happened in the actual universe. He did that trying to connect all the Disney movies together as best he could. I'm kind of gonna go with that, but also I came up with my own. If these two specifically connect, then it could be that the Big Hero 6 we saw in Oh My Disney they couldn't be the same characters, because if they're just using the internet, then they would look like all the other internet users, right? But they could have their own website, and so them their versions their website versions of them could also be exploring the internet like Ralph and Vanellope are. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe all of this just connects in the internet of Ralph Breaks the Internet, which would kind of suck. And that's not what I want. Moving on over here. Once Upon a Snowman. There is one more Frozen thing that I haven't added, at least until the next Frozen movie comes out. Olaf Presents, which is debatably canon because it's just Olaf explaining the stories of different Disney movies. I'm just going to throw it on here anyways. Or maybe it is fully canon and he's telling the stories of the different Disney worlds that he's learned about after visiting in Sophia the First. Maybe she told him some stories about the other Disney princesses and stuff. Moving on. Oh. Why would I do that next and not... Oh. I mean, I guess it's just the order that I did it in the past videos. Moving over to X-Men Days of Future Past. Oh, it's right over here. I thought I was going to have to move a lot farther away. I'm connecting The Gifted here. I saw an explanation for this series that said it stated as being an alternate timeline branching off after the events of X-Men Days of Future Past. So the timeline that the Gifted timeline wouldn't exist if Days of Future Past didn't exist. Alrighty. Back over here now. Gone Fishing. I am adding on Moana 2. It's a sequel to Moana, clearly. $2024. I don't know how I didn't add this on before. I swear I went to put it on the web previously, but clearly I didn't. I don't know. Anyways. Huh? Oh. Was I just close enough for this next one? Oh no, it's right there. Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Again, a debatable canon connection. But I'm not going to be branching off further from this. Timon and Pumbaa, the spin-off series of The Lion King, which gets way too wacky to actually be canon. I mean, The Lion Guard is wacky as well, but it has its own set rules, and it does bend over backwards to try and fit within the timeline as well. So, if I am ever to get The Lion King on here, the Lion Guard will be connected to that, as well as Lion King 2 and Lion King 1.5. Outside of the movie theater scenes with Timon and Pumbaa actually watching the movie. I'd say that one kind of takes... those scenes kind of take place in the same world as the House of Mouse. Oh, I didn't even explain. Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast shows up in the episode of Timon and Pumbaa, Serengeti Western. Just gonna move this in a bit here because I have another thing connected to Beauty and the Beast, and that is Tarzan from 1999. 99? Wow. I thought that was older. Not much older, but I thought it was at least 98. Tarzan connects because the tea set that Mrs. Potts and Chip from Beauty and the Beast became appear with Jane's stuff in Tarzan. Another thing I believe I heard from Seamus Gorman to explain this is that the objects that the Beast's staff became existed within the castle already, and they just kind of merged with that stuff, which is possible, and that's all I need. uh, Moving on. That, or it's an alternate timeline where they never turned back and ended up becoming like inanimate objects. Tarzan had some sequels. Tarzan and Jane from 2002. Tarzan and Jane is actually a made-for-TV series that they only made a few episodes of, then made a few scenes that connected them all to make it a movie. But that series was The Legend of Tarzan. So I'm just gonna put that here. Unless The Legend of Tarzan is a completely different thing, which I don't think so, but it says It's 2001. But it could be. I haven't looked too much into it. And then Tarzan 2, which is a midquel that takes place, well, obviously when Tarzan was a kid before he grows up, so not exactly Tarzan 2. It's more like, well, it's a midquel. So Tarzan 0.5, maybe? 1.5? Whatever. It's the same way with the Bambi sequel. Just takes place when he was a kid as well. And now, the last jump for this video. Right down over here. That being a Medea family funeral. Move this up. Okay, what did I do? First, a series that I missed. Assisted living. Takes place within the Medea timeline, but I guess I could just put it off of Tyler Perry's House of Pain, like I did with the Pains and Love Thy Neighbor and Meet the Browns. I'm actually gonna do that. $2020. Give me a second, I'm gonna change up my notes so I actually go to where I'm supposed to be whenever, if I ever end up having to try to find this. Okay. Moving on. Let me reattach this one. Off of Medea's Homecoming. There are 2 new movies, and that's where we're going to end it. Medea's Destination Wedding from 2025. And lastly, Joe's College Road Trip from 2026. Which came out just a few days before writing my notes and making this video. I'm recording this on the 17th. This came out on the 13th. And I was writing my notes last night. And that is going to be it for today. Let me stay over in this area. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go and leave a like on the video. If you didn't, there's another button for that. If you want to see more from me, hit subscribe. Ring the bell to be notified whenever I upload. If I missed anything or if I added something you think I shouldn't have, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate the help. But until next time, hope you have a nice day.